There are so many areas in which President Obama is hurting America, and one of them is clearly gas prices. Now, he blames everything else in the world. In fact, last week he blamed Israel for American gas prices. At the same time, he says he's doing everything he can, and we've never drilled more. And this is another example of an Obama lie. If you don't like the word lie, then you can say he dissembles, he prevaricates, but he lies. It's true that we're drilling a lot, but that's because it's private land. When there's land which he can't stop, even though he tries. But when it comes to public land, which he controls, he doesn't permit drilling. We bought Anwar in Alaska for the purpose of drilling and can't drill there. He stopped drilling off the coasts. He uses any excuse he can to not allow drilling, and then he, out of both sides of his mouth, says contradictory things. Now, his Energy Secretary, Chu, said it the way he believes, which is that Obama wants higher gas prices, to be like Europe, to drive us away from fossil fuels so we'll go to green energy. And then he subsidizes his friends in the green energy business, and those companies go out of business, wasting billions of American tax dollars. So he says we're drilling more. He blames everybody else. He says there's nothing he can do about gas prices. But when gas prices went up under President Bush and he started permitting a lot more drilling, suddenly prices went down. And now prices have doubled since Obama took over. So if you think that Americans care about the issues that he's stressing, about like the phony issue about contraception, which no Republican denies. No Republican says women shouldn't be allowed to have contraceptions. The phony issue to deflect attention from the really serious issues. I bet you women care a lot more about gas prices and feeding their family. So for many reasons, Obama should not be reelected. But one of them is we have 200 years of fossil fuels in America, oil and gas. We could stop being dependent on foreign oil. He's forcing us to pay terrorist nations for our gas because he won't drill in America, keeping prices artificially high so we can keep with his ridiculous idea that we should be driving either cars that are not safe or forcing us to make choices we don't need to make or subsidizing green energy companies for his friends instead of letting the gas price drop to what it should be. Now take North Dakota, which is private land. There's a booming economy there. Their unemployment rate is 5 points lower than the national average because they're drilling oil and gas. But he won't allow that to happen. So this is another reason why Obama should be fired from his job and not be reelected because of rising gas prices, now approaching $5 a gallon. And of course, just remember, he really wants gas prices to be higher. He's said it himself. He just didn't want it to happen right now before the election. But can you imagine if he's reelected? He and his Energy Secretary, what they really believe is that gas prices should approach European levels of $8 and $9 a gallon. Can you imagine what that would do to the economy? Because he wants to force us out of our cars into transit that we don't want. Don't reelect this guy. Dump him. He's ruining America.